Good evening, everyone, and thank you so much for signing up and joining us our webinar tonight. It's so great to see so many people registering to join us. My name's Ellie.
And my name's Lucy.
And we are your Pocket PA Angels.
So in today's webinar, we are going to be talking to Eyelash Extensions by Megan about all things Pocket PA and starting a business at a young age. So for those of you who don't know, Megan is Caroline's daughter and was the main inspiration behind Pocket PA. So Pocket PA came about when Megan came home one day and announced she wanted to work for herself at the age of 19 with no business experience or understanding of cash flow and money.
Caroline initially looked for something ready-made for Megan to use, but while she could find numerous apps for this and that, there didn't seem to be anything all in one place to manage the day-to-day tasks, which were both practical and admin orientated. This is when Pocket PA was made. Megan now uses Pocket PA on a daily basis to manage all aspects of her business. So we are joined by Megan, and we're going to bring her in so you get to know her a little bit better.
Hello. Hi, Megan. Hi, Megan. Hi. So tell us a little bit about how you came about starting your business and what inspired you to work for yourself at the age of 19.
So I came out of school, I just did A-levels, and I knew for a fact that going to university literally wasn't for me. I didn't enjoy doing A-levels. I kind of just went along with the flow. Yeah. And I always wanted to do something in beauty, but back when I was at school, beauty just wasn't really a thing in comparison to how big it is now. So you get hair, lashes, nails, everything. Yeah. And a lot of my teachers were like, oh no, you need to go to uni, otherwise you're just not going to go anywhere. So I was just a bit oh gosh, and I just knew I didn't want to. Obviously, it was just such a big commitment. A lot of my friends were going to uni. So for me, I just knew that obviously I needed to get a job. And during school, I was part-time doing events. So I went into an events company and, I learned amazing things and I saw amazing things, but I just knew it wasn't for me. So while I was on holiday, when I was, must have been 19, I just said to my other half, I was like, I just really want to do something beauty, but I didn't think my mum would approve. So I was just oh gosh, wasn't really too sure what to do. So I came back and I said to her, I want to go into beauty. So I took a course and then literally had my little file of facts, got it for Christmas, and that was where I went. I just went part-time eventually and then ended up leaving because it was so busy, which was obviously really good. But I just had absolutely no idea I had to do anything. All I had was my little gold file of facts from John Lewis, and off I went to do my appointments.
Perfect. So what would you say were your biggest challenges about starting a business? Because obviously 19 is quite a young age to start a business. You must have faced a few challenges along the way.
Yeah, so for me, I think I am not very intelligent when it comes to maths in the slightest. Numbers are not my friend. I've just never been intelligent in maths at all ever. It's just not been my thing. So for me, I was really stressed just about numbers. So what I would do, I'd write down clients' names, I'd take their number and obviously the amount. At the end of each week, I would actually tally up on my phone, and I'd write on a piece of paper how much I'd earn and take in, and have to work out what I'd be earning weekly, monthly, daily, all from that. And obviously I've got to offset my business expenses, and that was literally all handwritten. It was actually quite tedious to think of it, but it was just a little file of facts.
Oh wow. So I can imagine then that Pocket PA was a massive help for you when it came to logging that, definitely.
Yeah, so it does make such a difference. Obviously everything nowadays I think as well is trying to be paperless. So being digital, or obviously on my iPad, on my phone, obviously I can take it anywhere with me, so it is a game changer, and it does all the maths for me, so it's an absolute bonus.
Exactly. Perfect. So for everyone watching, we're now going to hand over to Megan, who's going to show you how she uses Pocket PA for her business. So we're just going to let her share her Pocket PA dashboard and talk you through how she uses it. So we'll just leave this.
Perfect. So just as an example to start with, this is what the dashboard would look like. Obviously this is a different, so you can personalize your dashboard in terms of, obviously you'll be able to see how many clients you have, how many services and products. You can add in as many or as little as you want. For me personally, I like to see how many appointments I have this week, and obviously you can select it so that you can view how many you have last week and obviously overall this month. This is just, for example, like a demo, just obviously data protection. I didn't want to use mine, but so the really clever thing about this is it generally does everything you need it to do all in one place. So for me, let me go to the main bits. You can literally see your income, appointments, expenses, invoices, and sales. So I'll just kind of go through each section. So to start with, what you would do is you would add in your client. So along here is all of the different sections of Pocket PA. So your dashboard is obviously the main screen. And then your appointments is your calendar, so where you add in your, your diary basically to organise your life. So add in your appointments there, your clients, services, obviously everything's down there. So to begin with, how I would start, I would go to clients. I would add in a client, for example. You just add a new client, you select their name, mobile number, any information that you want to be added about them. Obviously, you can literally add as much detail as you want. If you want to know their birthday, give them a discount. You can add discounts as well, like per person or individually. You would then save them as a client. And then you would go to your appointments, or selectively you can actually click on that client and click for an appointment there. But usually when I'm at work, I would click on new appointment. So up here in the top left corner, you can select the date. You can go to any date you want. You can click any time you want. Obviously, you could do like 5:45, for example. All of your services, this is my favorite feature, well, one of them. My favorite thing is that you can color coordinate all of your services, which makes your diary exceptionally colorful. And if you're very like me and you love colors and bright things and you like things all to be very pretty, this is perfect because you can do it in any color you would like. There's a color selection. So you then select your service, for example. Let's just say we're going to do a cut and blow dry. And then the good thing as well is that you can either add a discount if you've got one applicable. You can obviously create them personalized to each person, or if you're going to do like a 20% off for everyone, you can do that as well. And then you can also add in another service, say your client wanted as well. Let's do some highlights. We can give them highlights as well. You can add in obviously a number of services, and at the bottom it adds up the amount that will be, well, the amount that the services will cost. You then select your client, and then you choose the address that it's going to be at. You can add in any notes if they need a patch test perhaps, or if there's anything different about any changes with your client, and then you click save. So your appointment's created, and then it will take you back to your diary where it's all color coordinated. As you can see, you can leave gaps in between. Obviously you can click on here and see who's up next, what their service is, the location, the client, the service. As well, a very good thing is that, for example, you can see just on the bottom it says it's unpaid. So when you actually go to see a client, if you click on details, you can find all of that information here. And what I tend to do, say for example, I'd just done an appointment. My day varies depending on how I do it, but usually I would obviously click if they've attended, which hopefully they would have, because they would have received their reminder message to attend. So I would then click attended, and it would show up as they've attended obviously their appointment. And then you can click add payment, and you can literally select the amount that you want to show how much has been paid. So for example, say they're just paying a deposit, because a lot of my clients do pay deposits. If you just want to put in that they've paid half, for example, you can literally just put in they've paid half. And then you can also, the really good thing is that you can select how they paid. So a majority of my clients do pay via bank transfer. So I would select bank transfer and then press save. So then back on your dashboard, it would show that your client on this day has £20 left to pay. Obviously, you can do this beforehand. You can literally select it as and when you'd like to. Hold on one second. Oh, here we go. So you can literally select on anyone, and obviously just you can select on anyone and see when they've paid, how much they've paid. Obviously the person below hasn't paid anything, so that's one of my favorite things to do, just to add in deposits for clients. Just to show you the services, which is really exciting. They are all color coordinated, which to me is very therapeutic, as I'm sure it would be to other girls, which is obviously very exciting. Well, it excites me anyway. So when you add a new service, you can literally select the name. So say we just want to do a full set of individuals. Let's just say, for example, it just takes an hour, and that's, you know, £50. You can then select, obviously, if you want online booking, that section can be selected. If you don't, you can remove it. I mean, let's just choose pink for the sake of it, because why not? And then you can add in any notes for that specific service and then click save. So you can see all of your services down here. You can reorder them as well, which I really like, because I like to keep mine in their sections. Another amazing feature is products and sales. So for me, I sell aftercare kits and cleansers. So it's really like good for me to track how many I've sold, like daily, weekly, monthly, and just on average how many I'm selling, to see excuse me, to see whether I need to push it, whether I don't. You can, first of all, you'd need to add your new product. So if you wanted to do, for example, an aftercare kit, and that's £10. You can also add a picture in the top left if you wanted to. You can do a description, so you could just put, for example, cleanser and brush, and then click save. And then when you go to add anything in, you would click add new sale. You choose your product, which is an aftercare kit. Say you've sold 2 of them today, and you can even obviously choose how they paid you. So if someone's paid cash, you can click save. Alternatively, you can actually send invoices for that as well, just as a different choice. But a big thing for me personally is not the money aspect of it, but as I said earlier, I'm not very good at maths. So the biggest game changer for me for Pocket PA was the income and payment section. So at the top of each page, I'm not sure if it was noticed, but there are videos on how to do different things. So you can literally run through as and when on how to do different things on the different features. So if you're not sure how to input any income or expenses or payments, there are lots of different videos at the top that could help you with this. But for example, the income dial, it will show you how many payments you've received in comparison to how many you have outstanding. You can view this monthly, you can view it weekly, you can also view it annually. So you know what you're taking home pretty much, well, every day. So you can obviously sort out any bills you have for the end of the month. You know what you're bringing home or what you could spend on X, Y, and Z, or maybe a nice holiday. So it's super helpful. Obviously, you know, for example, it shows like I've made 2 product sales. It will also show me the amount of appointments I have booked in, along with what's outstanding, which to me is super easy to do, because you literally just input it and it kind of works it all out for you, which was never my strong point. Where's the other? So business expenses, again, how-to videos at the top of the screen. Where is it? Business expenses. So for me, I am awful at losing receipts. This is not a strong point for me. I will buy something, or even if it's online, I just misplace it. So what I tend to do, I add in a business expense. You can register it, And say, for example, you've just bought a pack of lashes, say they're like £15. You can take a picture in the top left, of your receipt, so it's stored automatically on the clouds. If you do lose that receipt, it's not the end of the world. You'll be absolutely fine because it's all saved on there. You can enter the expense description, obviously do it whichever date you bought it, or obviously what date you purchased your item. You can also select the categories, which is amazing for your end of year accounts. So for me, obviously, like, I have a business account, so bank charges are very frequent for me each month. So I will add in the amount each month, obviously, if it changes. Otherwise, I do select bank charges as a reoccurring. You can select reoccurring here. So you choose the date that the business expense reoccurs. Obviously, you don't have to choose that option for every business expense, as some are just, different each month. But for me, the business expense one is a big one. For example, if you've got room rent and that charges every month, you can literally just select the same business expense each month. There are loads of different selections as to what your business expense might be, because not everything is just material and stock. You might obviously pay your phone bill or motor expenses if you're mobile. The good thing if you're a mobile technician or stylist or hairdresser is that you can add in, you can add in your mileage tracking. So if you are for example, if you're mobile, you can add in your mileage to and from between each client, and which obviously you can get back with your accounts each month. So say you select both the addresses, you type in how much the amount is per mile for your car, because obviously everybody's is different, and it will track the amount of miles you do, and also how much you're able to get back and put against your expenses. And then what else is there? So basically it does everything for you. So for me as well, you have your net income. So your net income, you basically want to see it more green than red. So this circle, where is it? Let's look at it annually. So this circle is the circle that you want to kind of see. You want to see it more green than red, because green is good and red isn't bad, but red is all of your business expenses. So your net income basically offsets your business expenses against what you're earning, so what you're taking in. So essentially the green is your profit. So you want the green to be as big as you can. So obviously you're earning more than what you're spending. But underneath, as you can see, it will show your income, your expenses, and what it offsets against. So essentially what you're actually taking home, which is obviously really important at the end of the day, as that's what keeps your business afloat. And without this, I would not have a clue how well I'm doing or how well I'm not doing. But yeah, this is one of my favorite bits, the circle, because you always want it to be as green as possible. And you're able to view this again weekly, monthly, or yearly, so you can see how well you've done. And obviously if you've been using Pocket PA for a while, you'll be able to see, have you earned more this year or last year? Or, say we're in, for example, September now, have I earned more this September than I did last September? It's really good to compare and actually see how well your business is doing in terms of growth. Again, more know how to videos at the top. They're in every section, so they're super helpful if you're just unsure on things. You also have the choice to send invoices. So, for example, I know a lot of people do send invoices, and I mean, me personally, I don't use this feature. However, lots of people actually do. Actually, I know I have used the invoice section once, a couple of times, but a lot of my clients do pay via card and bank transfer. But the invoice section is very helpful to know. You can literally personalize it to your business. You can you can add in all of your details, add your bank transfer, give a date they need to pay it by. Obviously you can send it straight to their email, so there's no excuses for them not to pay. As well, it's also easier, should there ever be an outstanding payment, you can just send them an invoice. Online booking. This is something that is incredibly popular that I know. Online booking links basically your clients to your diary, so they can book online themselves. You can add a website link. You can turn it off if you don't want clients to be able to book online with yourself. That's also fine. You don't have to use that feature, but you can copy across this link to your social media pages, that they can literally just click the link and go straight to your online booking button. You can also do it for Facebook and Instagram, so really helpful in terms of that. So you can add your fixed location, as I all stated here, and yeah, it's just incredibly helpful. If it just saves you the time instead of them messaging you manually. Again, there is also a how-to video on the online booking, as for every feature. The good thing about the subscription, as you can see below, is that you can pay monthly or upfront for a whole year, and it actually works out to be better upfront for the whole year. When I was looking at different things to find, which is my mum created this for me, we actually found that there were individual places that had just an online booking system, for example, just an online booking system, and they were charging £25 just for an online booking system. Or there was somewhere that just did my accounts alone individually, and that was, you know, again, like £25-30, for example, just for one feature. So I mean, my mum had to eventually create this for quite a few different people, because our nail lady, our hair, all our different technicians were obsessed with it, and they were like, well, you know, like, we'd quite like this. So it's actually finding something that does everything all in one for £14.99 a month is literally a bargain, because again, I was looking at just doing my accounts alone for £25 a month. But more to the point, it is tax deductible, so you can claim this back. So it actually essentially will cost you nothing. So it's a bit of a no-brainer. Or if you want to pay a month up front for a year, it's actually £12.99 a month. So for me personally, it is a no-brainer. Obviously, there are all the benefits underneath. As you can see, it takes card payments, which are a very big thing for some people. And it literally, I'll show you how to do that in a second. There's a free trial. So that is, as it says, a no risk. It's so easy to use. It's literally so easy. I mean, for me, being organised is essential. So yeah, and you can obviously, like it says, you can set your targets. Let me just go back on to, I just want to show you the card payment feature. 1 second. Hold on one moment. Where is it? So appointments, for example. Just when you go to click on someone, for example, say you wanted Alison to pay by card, you'd have to set up your, obviously it's with Stripe, so you'd have to set up your Stripe account prior to taking card payments. But if you wanted to take a card payment, you would go to card checkout, and it is literally as simple as entering the card information. There and then, literally, payment is taken immediately. So for me, that is very, very easy to use. And I just think a lot of clients do come in and they don't have cash on them, or they don't have your bank details, and they would just rather pay card. So, you know, for me personally, that's very easy. And then, yeah, so basically Pocket PA is my favorite thing, because it literally does everything all in one place. As well, there's always a live chat there if you have any questions. But there are a lot of how-to videos on every single feature. So nothing is ever left unanswered, because someone's either there to speak to you if you have any questions, or if you were unsure on something or not sure how to do something, there's always the chat button right here. This little green one on the right here. So yeah, and then yeah, and then you can literally add new appointments, add in different things. Yeah, every time literally on your dashboard.
Thank you, Megan. That was really great. Thank you for showing us all, like, step by step how to set everything up, and in terms of how you would use it for your business. I think it's really great for everybody to see sort of how you are using yours. And it's obviously great to have it up on the screen so you can definitely show us a lot easier that way. But if it's okay with you, we have some questions we would quite like to ask you.
Of course.
Yeah, so I'll just get stuck in with the first question. So you've obviously listed quite a few features and you mentioned a few which were your favourites, but what would you say was your number one favourite feature when using Pocket PA? What did you find helped your business the most?
Do you know what? There's actually the biggest feature that's my favourite feature. I haven't even just shown it. But
oh, really?
Yes. Oh my goodness, I completely missed out the whole section of account settings. Yeah, I just need to show you. So my favorite feature on the whole thing, well, not the whole thing, but one of my favorite features is an SMS reminder. I am obsessed with the SMS reminder because it means no one is ever a no-show. So this is a big part that, sorry, I literally forgot. The account setup, you can literally personalize every single thing to you as an individual. So for example, like your business profile, you can add in your name, your location, obviously what you want your account to be referred to as, like calendar and time, for example. I'm really sorry, I just busted in on your questions. Calendar and time, for example. I only like reading things in a 12-hour like clock. So 12-hour, because I don't see things 24, I see things for 12 hours. So my mum literally specifically created this because I do not read 24-hour clocks, which just seems ridiculous, I know. All a bit crazy. But you can customize your calendar and all your timings. So you can literally view things like weekly, daily, monthly. You know, you can view your calendar. Do you want the month first, the day, and then the year? Or do you want the day, the month, the year? You can do all your business timings for your online bookings. Everything is literally set to you and your business as an individual. Obviously, you can start your weekday on a Tuesday if you wanted to. You know, just select Tuesday. Or even Wednesday. You can select your own time zone because it's not just built for the UK. It's literally built everywhere. So, but yeah, SMS reminders. So you can actually send them an email reminder or an SMS reminder. But for me, obviously, I never actually asked, but I'm not sure if clients actually check their emails. I'm sure they do. So I actually prefer to send it via SMS. Go straight to them. You can literally personalize it to them. So you just have to obviously tick that you want to enable it. Obviously agree. You can send them their reminder. You can send it 24 hours before, 48, 12 hours. I always do 24 so they don't forget, because I always find if I did it 48, they'd forget. So I do exactly the day before and it goes exactly their appointment time, just 24 hours before. So you can literally personalize it to them. Obviously, you can put best wishes, you can put your name, you can put a little emoji. You can literally do it to them as, as you, basically. You can also send them thank you ones. You can check your history to make sure it's all gone out safely to each of them. If someone's like, I didn't get it, you can actually check if it went out to them. So there's no excuses to miss an appointment. Yeah. That's my favorite thing. But obviously, yeah, you can set up everything. You can import your clients. You can export, for example, your accounts at the end of the year. This is a big game changer for me. Everything you input data-wise, for example, your accounts, your information, any payments taken, you can literally export it onto a PDF like Excel at the end of the year, ready for you to pass on to your accountant. So it's actually all done for you, which saves hours. And you can set up payment methods, you can change the currency, you can obviously add in any discounts. So yeah, but the SMS reminder is you can also connect your calendar to like your iPhone or your whatever mobile you have. So yeah, for me, SMS reminder is the big one.
That's great. Thank you for quickly bringing that back up and showing us for us. It's great for you to just quickly show us. I'm sure that's probably really helpful for a lot of people that are watching.
Yeah.
So another question I do have for you is, what sort of routine did you get into with using Pocket PA? So do you input your data after every client, or do you do it at the end of your day? Do you sort of just try and keep up to date with everything? I know as well, like with your receipts and things, you don't want to forget, like you were saying. Just if you had any advice for any viewers that are listening.
So for me personally, I always try to either do it. I mean, if I have time throughout the day, I do like to do it then and there, so I don't forget, so I don't have to do it after a long day at work. But for example, today I just haven't had time. So usually, I mean, I did try to in my lash room today, but technical issues, so I couldn't be. But I would usually just be in my lash room, and I would just sit there with my iPad, which I was actually just doing before I came on here, and I would actually just input. I'd go through, like, check if clients are bank transfer, check all payments are done. So if I don't do it then and there, I will always do it at the end of the day, because otherwise it all just gets forgotten. But for example, I'm actually regretting this. I always add business expenses then and there as well. And going back in August was all a bit crazy because of date changes and, you know, that kind of stuff. So for me, I actually haven't inputted any expenses for August. I'm really stressed because I'm going to have to go through it all at once. But I've literally got a pile of receipts, which I'm like dreading going through, which is exactly why I don't usually keep receipts, because it's just a pile of faff. And just sitting there. So I need to do that. But I try to do it, you know, every single day at the end of each day to do it, so you're literally always on top of it. Because I just find if you don't, like, say I left it till tomorrow, I'd forget, like, oh, like, I completely forgot that client even attended, or what if they paid me cash or bank transfer, or, you know, and I just always forget to put it through. So I like to do it at the end of each day when it's like fresh in the brain.
Perfect, thank you. So our next question is kind of related to what you were just saying, but maybe on a more general basis. So in terms of Pocket PA, but generally, what advice would you give to someone thinking about starting a business at a young age specifically?
I would say organisation is key. So for me, I don't think, obviously I'm very lucky that my mother made this for me. I think I'm not too sure what I'd be doing. I'd probably slap my Filofax and literally just like a big, you know, chunky calculator like this, and just be there adding up all of my daily, weekly, monthly, you know, accounts. But organisation for me is key. I thought I was really organised with my Filofax, to be honest with you, and it clearly just shows I absolutely wasn't, because there's all this stuff that I had no idea about. So yeah, organisation is key. You just need to be on top of everything, because even like things like your end of year accounts, trust me, they're not enjoyable to do. So have something that you input daily, and you can just export at the end of the year, or even monthly, or whenever you want to do it. It's just an absolute godsend. So I would just always say organisation is key. Like, someone books in, put them in, like, if you can, then and there. Do it at the end of each day. Like, I will never reply to a client unless I'm sat with my diary, because otherwise I'm going to forget. So I always just I'll always just work out, okay, right, so you want to go in here, and I can literally just see, you know, like, if I've got any slots available. That's my favorite thing, because all the slots on my, obviously, diary, they're all in, like, they're color coordinated, so I see what I have each day. I can see what gaps I've got available. It's just all, like, super helpful. So organisation is literally key. You need to stay on top of everything, including your clients, your diary, payments, because that's how it all ends up being the perfect little business at the end of the day. You know whether you're staying afloat or not, because you add all of these things in. If you didn't have clients, you wouldn't have a business. If you didn't have services, you know, obviously you need an income. So for me, yeah, staying on top of it all literally daily it's hard, but it's so worth it, and it's so rewarding, especially when people obviously like come back to you. So yeah, I would definitely say keeping on top of everything is key to like a healthy and also a successful business. And that's just staying organized.
Yeah, thank you. I think that's really great advice for any viewers that are listening. I do think when you're running a business, you do, like you say, need to be organised and staying on top of everything, because I can imagine it's really, really easy to forget things that you need to be doing. You probably have 101 things to be doing. So it's probably great for you to have Pocket PA to, you know, keep you on top of everything. So I think we have one more question for you, if that's okay.
Yes, I'm switch my light on because I feel like I'm sitting in the dark.
Yeah, that's better.
Yeah, a lot better.
So I think the last question is going to be based just around the online booking function that obviously Pocket PA has. So how do your clients feel about using the online booking function with Pocket PA, and using as well for buying products and things? Do they all use it, or, you know, I'm guessing, you know, how do they feel about it?
So I personally don't use online booking. There is a reason for it though. It's just because I can't take on any new clients really at the moment. So I would need to ensure that do you know what I mean? If I had a booking system in place, anyone could just book in. So for the moment, I don't actually have it. However, it is something that keeps like playing in my mind. Like, oh, should I do it for ease? Obviously, because a client can literally just log on, like they see your hours you're available, and then you literally can obviously just book in. You know, they can book in themselves without any worry from you. Obviously, you know, you can take a deposit, you can, you know, there are obviously various positives to online booking, but for me personally, yeah, just not right now. And what was the other question, sorry?
Do you sell products with Pocket PA? Do you have products available for your clients?
Yeah, so for me, I have aftercare kits, I have like lip masks, I have like forever brushes, and it's just super easy for me to actually, like, one, keep track of stock, and two, to also just see like how well I'm selling things. So yeah, for me that's like really important.
Yeah, that's great.
So thank you so much, Megan, for joining us today. It's been really lovely chatting with you and hearing all about your business. Thank you so much. And thank you so much to everyone that's joined our webinar tonight. We hope you have enjoyed hearing Megan's story, and hopefully it will help you with your business ventures too.
So we just wanted to make a little quick note at the end that we are now going to be running webinars more often. We're trying to plan them for once every month. And we also want to pass you over to our social media channels, so check out Pocket PA. And we now are on Twitter, so if you want to check out our Twitter account at Pocket PA Mobile, where you can find out so much more about Pocket PA and everything Pocket PA. And like Lucy said, thank you for tuning in, and thank you so much, Megan, for coming on and talking us through and screen sharing with us. It was really great.
You're very welcome. Thank you for having me. I hope it's helped someone at least.
I'm sure it did. Yeah. Great. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing. Thanks.
Bye.